Hello guys, welcome back to another chess video. This is Amit here, and today I'll be showing you all a game played by Kasparov and Putin, and it happened in 1976. Kasparov was with the black pieces. In this game, we get to know that what happens when the king is not castled and is still in the center, and we start attacking either on the queen side of the black or the king side. So we get to know that, and we also see many sacrifices on in this game. Black sacrifices a piece to gain an advantage, if taken, then white may land in trouble. We get to see all this in the game. Let me begin. It is actually King's Indian defense black place. So white opens the game with d4, knight f6, c4, g6, nf3, nc3, bishop g7, e4, d6, f3, which are all the standard King's Indian defense opening. And here knight c6 is played, bishop e3, a6, queen d2, rook b8. Here you can see that the white's queen side has been opened, and white has allocated all his pieces on the queen side, has opened all these pieces on the queen side, but on the king side all the pieces are remaining at home. But white cannot immediately castle on the queen side because of the move b5 and immediately attack curve from the black side. So he has to open his king side and try to castle over there, but which does not happen in the game. And we get to see castle b4. White is not even thinking of castling on the white's king side, and is going straightforwardly going for an attack on the black's queen side. So e5 and d5, nd4, ng2. Here white is attacking the black with three pieces including the queen, whereas it is guarded by only the pawn on the e5 square. So he pushes the pawn on c6. Here black could have actually taken the c6 pawn with the knight, but he does not. He tries to attack the b4 pawn and takes it with the b7 pawn. So here white actually gained a pawn by taking with the bishop, and now here comes the attack. So now here rook plays to e8, keeping on the open file in front of the white's king. And here black is playing where on the c5 square, and he's trying to open the white's queen side so that he can land an attack on the white. And he plays c5, sacrificing another pawn, b into c5. Now he takes the pawn on the e5 square. So here black cannot let me show you. Black cannot take the knight on the e4. He has to take it with the pawn only, because knight cannot take the knight, because rook check will come. Otherwise he takes with the pawn, and rook queen check comes. Now g3. Here was a mistake. He could have actually played king to f1, so that when knight takes the rook on the b1 square, then queen takes the e4 and does not attack the rook, but he missed the point and played g3, which was a mistake, and now black capitalizes on it by playing rook takes b1. King f2 is played. If knight takes the rook, as I told you before, queen takes c4, and both the rook and the knight are attacked, and even the bishop on the d4 square is attacked. So black would have a higher advantage. So he played g3, king f2. Now here also he's trying to sacrifice the rook, because if queen takes the rook, then bishop comes with the check, and he cannot. Let me show you. If queen takes d2, then bishop comes with the check, and if king here, then bishop comes check, and if king here, then it's a mate. So if here only queen goes to b1, then bishop check, takes, and here double attack on the bishop, and queen and the rook are attacking the white square bishop. At the same time, rook is attacked, so he has to give up his rook, and it will be a cakewalk for black to win this game. So he does not take the rook on the b2 and takes the queen on the h4, and he takes the queen. Bishop takes bishop, check, and here he attacks the knight, but here white takes the white comes to d3. So if now if black tries to save his rook and move it to b2, then this is going to be victory for white, because he can push his c and d pawns to the 7th rank very easily without any much effort. So here what black plays is he takes the knight. So he Kasparov analyzes the whole end game, and finds that it is victory for black. So he directly jumps to the end game, and here rook comes to e1 to guard the pawn twice, but it is no use, because now here f5 comes, and he cannot take this pawn because rook is attacked, and if he tries to do anything, even this pawn will be taken, and there will be not much game to play for white. So here bishop takes. He tries to counter some and gain an attacking attack by taking the pawn on the a6 square, and he tries to queen the a pawn, but black's f pawn is actually much faster than the white's a pawn. So here it takes. He is pushing the pawn. Black is pushing the pawn on the f3 square, and gives check, king h6. Now here white tries to prevent the rook from coming to e1 and attacking the bishop and queening the pawn. So here black sacrifices another bishop, but white has to reject it, otherwise the black pawn will queen. So he plays bishop e3. Now bishop f5 is played, so it is preventing the white square bishop from taking the f5 bishop. So after bishop f5 the white's bishop is attacked, so he has to play. Even if he plays bishop to e2, then f pawn queens, and here if a5 then takes. Now if actually he can take the uh, pawn on the f2 square, so the rook and the bishop are both attacked, but there is another move which black can play, and he's going to exchange of the rook or gain an extra pawn, so which is the move rook f1. So here if rook f1 is taken, then bishop takes. So it seems like the white's pawn is pushing forth very fast, but it is not so. White has to guard this c4 pawn. So here uh, black has to prevent the a8 diagonal. So he plays the bishop to g2, and if he pushes a pawn, now black is actually much faster than white, because now he takes, and here, 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 and here, here, here. Yeah, you can see that here black is much faster than white. After this move, uh, white has to play here, here, here. If he comes here, then comes queen with the check. So this position is lost for white. Here if white plays king there, then here and here takes, and if he comes here, takes, and he takes the a7 pawn. So here if you want to know how to mate with the queen and the bishop, or queen and the king, then check out my other videos as well. I have explained how to checkmate the king with the queen and the king. So this way Kasparov won against Putin, and it was quite an attacking game by black. And I hope you like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe and press the bell icon if you want further notification from my videos which I'll be posting in the future. Thank you all.